Her tears reached someone no one ever dared to call. And one desperate call changed everything. Laya's tiny fingers shook as she tried to wake her mother. "Mama, please open your eyes. Please." Fear cracked through every word. Rain drummed steadily against the glass, filling the small room with shadows. Anna, her mother, was collapsed on the cold floor. Her brown skin drained of color, her breathing shallow and weak. Laya had never known terror like this. She scrambled to the drawer where emergency contacts were scribbled on old paper, but her hands wouldn't stop trembling. Without thinking clearly, she dialed a random number, praying anyone would pick up. "Yes," a voice answered. It was deep, sharp, and oddly unsettling. Laya froze for a second. "My mama is sick. She won't wake up. Please, somebody help us," she choked out, hot tears streaming down her face. Silence stretched on the line. Then the voice spoke again, quieter this time. "Stay exactly where you are. Don't hang up." Within moments, a sleek black vehicle pulled up outside their building, tires screeching against wet pavement. Laya's eyes went wide. How did someone arrive so quickly? The rain poured harder, but a tall figure stepped out. His face unreadable, carved like stone. He carried a medical kit and moved with purpose. Something about him made Laya's stomach tighten with both fear and a strange sense of relief. He entered without hesitation. "Move back a little," he said gently but firmly. His hands were steady as he knelt beside Anna, checking her pulse, her airway, her breathing. "She will be fine," he said, though his tone felt heavy with something unspoken. Laya couldn't process it. This man, the cold stranger on the phone, was now saving her mother's life. Her vision blurred with tears, but she watched every movement he made. "Are you a doctor?" she whispered, her voice barely audible. "Not exactly," he replied without looking up. But the moment he saw Anna's face clearly, he froze. His entire body went rigid. Anna's eyelids fluttered open. She gasped softly, reaching for Laya's hand. Then her gaze landed on him. "Min-jun," she breathed, her voice hoarse and disbelieving. The man stiffened. "Anna." His voice trembled despite his attempt to stay composed. He took a slow, shaky breath. "This cannot be real." Laya tilted her head, confused. Her mother and this stranger stared at each other like ghosts meeting across time. Then Min-jun's eyes shifted to Laya, and something broke inside him. "Wait, Laya. She is mine." Laya blinked hard. "Yours? What does that mean?" Anna's weak voice answered. "He is your father." Min-jun lowered himself slowly until he was eye level with Laya. "I am your father," he said softly, emotion flooding his usually guarded face. Laya's eyes filled with fresh tears. Anna smiled faintly, a mixture of fear and relief washing over her exhausted features. Min-jun extended his hand toward Laya. "I will not leave again. I will protect you both, no matter what happens." The rain outside began to lighten, and for the first time in years, Min-jun allowed himself to smile. The coldest man in Korea was melting because a little girl's accidental call had rewritten their entire lives. Laya didn't understand it yet, but her world was about to shift in ways she couldn't imagine. From that night forward, nothing would remain the same. Laya gripped her father's hand tightly, still shaking. "I thought you were gone forever," she whispered. "I was," Min-jun admitted. His eyes clouded with regret. "But I am here now. And I will never leave you again." Anna's voice was barely above a whisper, but she managed a small smile. "Min-jun, it has been so long. I never told you about Laya." Her words trailed into silence. Min-jun's face paled as he looked at Laya again. "She is mine," he repeated, almost to himself. His hand reached out hesitantly to touch Laya's hair. She flinched slightly, unsure of this towering stranger who claimed to be her father. The rain had stopped outside, but the storm inside Laya's heart was only just beginning. The following day, Min-jun called his private physician to examine Anna thoroughly, but the doctor found nothing alarming. "She fainted from exhaustion," he explained. She needs rest and proper nutrition. Min-jun refused to leave the apartment. He insisted on contacting more specialists to ensure Anna was truly stable. He watched over Anna and Laya like a silent guardian, his sharp eyes catching every small detail. When Laya tried to play, he gently stopped her. "You need to rest," he said firmly. "Both of you need to eat properly." Laya stared at him curiously. "Why are you doing this?" "I called the wrong number." Min-jun's expression softened. Sometimes the wrong number leads to exactly the right place. Anna looked at him in disbelief. "You really mean this? You will take care of us?" "Yes," he said without hesitation. "I will protect both of you no matter what." Over the following days, Min-jun arranged for Anna to see the best doctors he knew. He made quiet phone calls Laya couldn't understand. Soon their small apartment was filled with medical supplies and medications. Laya, sharp for her age, watched him in awe. This man who seemed so distant was bending his entire life to save theirs. She began to feel something unfamiliar. Warmth, safety, love. But Anna wasn't entirely at ease. Not after everything. At night, when Anna slept, Laya crawled into Min-jun's lap. "Will you really stay forever?" she whispered. He held her close. "I promise you." But even as the days passed, shadows from the past lingered. Min-jun's enemies in Korea had heard whispers that he was softening, and some were already planning moves against him. Laya didn't understand any of it. She only knew she wanted her father to stay. One evening, sitting on the balcony, Min-jun looked at Laya and Anna. "You two are my life now," he said quietly. "And I will not let anyone take that away." "Why are you doing this?" Anna asked. "You know we can take care of ourselves, right?" "I just want to be part of your lives," he replied softly. Laya hugged him tightly, feeling the steady rhythm of his heartbeat against her cheek. For the first time, she didn't feel alone. A week later, Anna's health had improved significantly, but Min-jun insisted they leave the city for safety. "We will stay somewhere no one can find us for a while," he explained. "I need to keep you safe while I figure out how to be a proper father." Laya's eyes sparkled. "A new home?" "Yes," Min-jun smiled faintly. "A new home for our new family." As they packed, Laya noticed an old photograph on the table. It showed her mother and Min-jun from years ago. She looked at her reflection in the glass and for the first time saw herself as part of something bigger, something meaningful. Min-jun drove them in his black car, mostly silent during the journey. Laya kept smiling, and Min-jun kept glancing at her. "She is so much like you," Anna whispered. He nodded, his mind racing. She has to be protected no matter the cost. Even in the silence, tension hung heavy in the air. Min-jun's enemies could reach them anywhere. But for now, in that moving car they were together and that was enough. Laya had fallen asleep before they arrived. When she woke, sunlight was streaming through a new window. She blinked in confusion. "Where are we?" "A new home," Min-jun said, smiling softly. "A safe place just for us." For the first time in her life, Laya felt hope. Her father, intimidating yet gentle, strong yet caring, was here, and nothing could take that away. But little did they know, danger was already following them, closer than they imagined. Anna sat on the edge of the new apartment's bed, her hands twisting nervously in her lap. The sunlight made the room look warm, but inside she felt cold. She watched Min-jun unpacking Laya's clothes silently, then looked at Laya, who was playing with a stuffed bear. "This is not the life I wanted," Anna said quietly, almost to herself. Min-jun froze, his back still turned. "What do you mean?" His voice was calm, but concern edged his words. Anna shook her head. "I never wanted this. Running, hiding, always looking over our shoulders. I wanted a normal life, a simple life, not this." Her voice broke. "I do not know if I can do this." Laya looked up, confused. "Mama, but he saved us. Is he not our family?" "Yes, baby," Anna whispered, hugging her close. "But it is complicated. There are things out there, people who want to hurt him. And if he is involved, that danger follows us. Min-jun turned slowly, kneeling in front of her. Anna, I know you are scared. I know this is not what you imagined for yourself or for Laya. But right now, this is the only way to keep you both alive. I do not want my daughter to grow up thinking life is about fear, Anna said, her voice soft but firm. I do not want her to know running, hiding, and secrecy as normal. I wanted love, safety, peace. Min-jun reached out, taking her hand gently. I cannot promise peace yet, he admitted. But I can promise protection. You will never be alone. I will not let anyone harm you, and I will find a way to give us the life you dreamed of. Anna's eyes filled with tears. I am scared, Min-jun, scared for her, for me, for us. Laya smiled, looking between the two adults. Mama, maybe we can try. Maybe this can be our family, even if it is not perfect. Anna looked at her daughter, then at the man who had saved their lives. For the first time, she saw hope flicker in her own heart. I want to believe that, she whispered. That night, Anna lay awake, staring at the ceiling. The walls of the apartment felt smaller than before, the shadows longer. She loved Min-jun. Part of her never stopped. But the reality of his life, of the enemies he faced, pressed on her chest like a heavy weight. She turned to see Laya sleeping peacefully, her little chest rising and falling. Anna's heart ached with love and fear at the same time. I want a normal life, she whispered to the empty room. But maybe I have to accept that normal is not possible anymore. Meanwhile, in the living room, Min-jun stared out the window, his expression unreadable. The streets below were quiet, but his mind was already planning, calculating. He could not let anyone hurt his family. And he could not let Anna push him away because of fear. Somewhere deep inside, he realized this would not be easy. Love and fear do not always walk the same path. But he would walk it anyway for both of them. The next morning, Anna tried to smile, but Min-jun noticed the hesitation in her eyes. We will figure it out, he said quietly. Step by step, one day at a time. Anna nodded, but in her heart doubts lingered. Could she truly accept this life? Could she trust a man she once loved? A man who now carried a world of danger with him. Laya, oblivious to the worries of adults, hugged them both tightly. I just want us together, she said. And for now that was enough. But the world outside was never quiet for long, and the shadows of Min-jun's past were already moving closer, waiting. Days passed, and the quiet of the new apartment was only broken by Laya's laughter and the occasional sounds of rain outside. But Anna's unease grew with every passing moment. One evening, she sat at the small kitchen table, stirring her tea without really tasting it. I do not know if I can do this, Min-jun, she said quietly. I do not know if I can live like this. Always hiding, always looking over our shoulders. Min-jun stood behind her, silent at first. Then he knelt beside her chair, placing a hand gently over hers. Anna, I understand, he said softly. I never wanted this for you. I never wanted this life for Laya either. But right now, it is the only way to keep you safe. I did not ask for this, Anna whispered. I wanted a normal life, simple, peaceful, without fear. But now everything is danger, secrets, running. Feel trapped. This was the reason it never worked out the first time, she said. Min-jun's eyes softened. I know, and I am sorry. I cannot give you the life you imagined. Not yet. But I can give you my promise. I will protect both of you no matter what. That night, as Anna tried to sleep, she heard a faint sound outside the apartment window. A shadow moved quickly across the rain-slick street. Her heart pounded. She ran to Min-jun's room, whispering, Did you hear that? He did not panic. He never did. He stood silently, listening, then pressed a finger to his lips. It is nothing for now, but we have to stay alert. Anna's chest tightened. She knew he was right. Danger was never far from Min-jun, and now it had followed him here. Over the next few days, Min-jun became even more protective. Laya was not allowed to go outside alone. Anna felt both grateful and suffocated. "I cannot live like a prisoner," Anna said one afternoon, frustration rising in her voice. "I cannot watch my daughter grow up with fear in her eyes." Min-jun looked at her, his expression unreadable. Then he knelt to Laya's level, holding her small hands. "Laya, your mother is right," he said softly. "I will do everything to keep you safe, but sometimes that means we have to make hard choices. You have to trust me." Laya nodded slowly. "I trust you, Dad." Hearing Laya say that, Anna felt tears sting her eyes. Maybe they could survive this life together. Maybe love could grow even in fear. But danger was already closer than they imagined. A man watched the apartment from a distance, his face hidden under a hood. He took out a phone and whispered, "He is here. All three of them. Time to make the move." Unseen, the shadow disappeared into the night. Min-jun did not know it yet, but the calm they were clinging to was about to shatter, and Anna's fears, her doubts, would be tested more than she ever imagined. Rain pounded against the windows again that night. Anna lay awake, listening to the rhythmic beat. Every sound made her jump. Laya slept peacefully beside her, unaware of the storm brewing outside and inside Anna's heart. Min-jun sat in the living room, his eyes scanning the streets below through the window. He was calm, but inside his mind raced. He knew the shadows were moving closer. Someone had followed him, someone who would not stop until he was gone, or worse, until his family was hurt. Anna walked out and finally spoke to him again, her voice trembling. "Min-jun, I really cannot do this. Why did you reappear in my life? I cannot live like this. Always hiding, always running. I cannot watch my daughter grow up in fear." Min-jun turned, kneeling beside her. "I know, Anna. I know it is hard. I do not want this either. But right now this is the only way to keep you safe. You have to trust me." "I want to," she whispered. "But I am scared. Every time Laya laughs I think, what if it is the last time?" He took her hands gently. "You will not lose her. I will not let anyone hurt her. And I will not let anyone hurt you. Not ever." Suddenly, the sound of glass breaking downstairs froze them both. Min-jun's eyes darkened. "Stay here," he ordered, his voice low but commanding. He moved to the door, listening carefully. Footsteps echoed from the hall, and then a shadow appeared at the window. Anna rushed inside and grabbed Laya, holding her close. "Who is it?" she whispered, her heart racing. Min-jun did not answer. He moved like a shadow himself, silent and fast. In seconds he was at the window looking out. His hand went to his belt, gripping a weapon he usually kept hidden. The intruder froze for a moment, then ran. Min-jun did not chase. He turned back immediately, crouching beside Anna and Laya. "It is okay for now, but they know we are here, and they will not stop." Anna's chest tightened. "I told you this is the life I never wanted. Running, hiding secrets. I do not think I can do it." Min-jun cupped her face gently. "I know, and I am sorry, but I cannot leave you. Not you. Not Laya. If you are with me you will be safe. That is the only way." Anna closed her eyes, tears slipping down her cheeks. Fear and love tangled inside her. She wanted to believe him. She needed to. But the thought of a life always looking over their shoulders made her heart ache. The next morning Min-jun started making preparations. "We cannot stay here," he said. "We need a safer place. Somewhere no one can find us." Anna nodded, though her stomach churned with worry. She knew he was right. But every new place, every new hiding spot, felt like losing a little piece of the normal life she dreamed of. Laya, oblivious to the danger, clutched her stuffed bear. "A new home. Will we have a garden?" Min-jun smiled faintly, ruffling her hair. "Yes, baby. Garden. But first we need to be careful. We need to be smart." Anna hugged Laya tightly, feeling the weight of the choice ahead. Could she accept this new life, the running, the secrecy, the constant fear, for the sake of safety and love? Min-jun led Anna and Laya to a small, cozy house on the outskirts of the city. The walls were painted a soft cream color, and a small garden peeked through the back window. Laya's eyes widened in delight. "Look, a garden," she squealed, running to touch the flowers. Anna smiled for the first time in days, feeling some of the tension in her chest ease. "It is beautiful," she whispered. Min-jun knelt beside her, watching Laya twirl among the flowers. "We can stay here. No one will bother us. Safe for a while." Laya ran back, hugging both of them tightly. "This is perfect. Thank you, Dad." Anna felt tears prick her eyes. She had spent so long fearing danger, fearing what life with Min-jun might bring. But seeing Laya's joy, seeing him gentle and careful, it gave her hope. The first week in the new home was peaceful. Min-jun cooked simple meals, helped Laya with her homework, and even played small games with her in the garden. Anna watched quietly, sometimes amazed at how tender and patient he could be. "I never knew he could be like this," she thought one evening as she watched him teach Laya how to plant new flowers. Laya tugged at her sleeve. "Mama, come help. We are making a garden for butterflies." Anna laughed, a sound she had not heard in weeks. All right, I will help." For the first time she felt a spark of normalcy, like maybe, just maybe, life did not have to be fear and running. One afternoon, while watering the garden, Anna looked up at Min-jun. "I think I am starting to understand why Laya trusts you so much." Min-jun smiled softly. "It is easy to protect when it comes from the heart. You and Laya, you are my life. That makes me stronger." Anna hesitated, then took a deep breath. "I am still scared about the world, about what could happen. But I trust you, Min-jun. I think I can try this life with you." He nodded, relief softening his sharp features. "Thank you. That means more than you know." Laya ran over, holding a small jar with butterflies. "Look, Mama. Our butterflies." Anna smiled, truly smiled for the first time in a long while. Maybe life was not perfect. Maybe they could not erase the past. But for now they had each other, and that was enough. That night, as they sat together watching the stars from the garden, Anna whispered, "I was so afraid, but now I feel safe because of you." Min-jun wrapped his arms around both her and Laya. "You are safe. Always. No one will ever take that away." And for the first time, Anna let herself believe it. The mornings in the small house became a routine filled with laughter. Min-jun would wake Laya with a gentle shake and a soft smile. "Time to get up, little one," he would say. "5 more minutes, Dad." Laya would groan, hiding under her blanket. One Saturday, Min-jun surprised them with a picnic in the garden. He laid a blanket on the grass, and Anna looked at him with curiosity. "You planned this?" "Yes," he said, smiling faintly. If you enjoyed this heartwarming story of love, second chances, and unexpected family bonds, please like this video, subscribe to our channel, and hit the notification bell so you never miss our next emotional journey. Share this story with someone who believes in the power of love and protection. Comment below what you loved most about Anna, Min-jun, and Laya's story. Thank you for watching.